Welcome back, friends. And today we would be starting Unit 3. And Lesson 1 under Unit 3 is on advertising and sales promotion. So, this particular unit will be discussing, as I said in Lesson 1, today we'll be discussing advertising and sales promotion. And then we'll have social media analysis. And then the analytics part, which is descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive. And in the end, we'll take up a case study. The learning outcomes for today are: we'll look at promotion strategy, advertising, media planning, ad performance, and setting advertising and sales promotion budget. And lastly, we'll look at promotional lift. So let us start with the promotion strategy. If you remember this, that we started as the marketing process with objectives, strategy, tactics, and financials. Under tactics, we discussed 4 P's of marketing. So these are product, place, price, and now we are going to discuss the promotion. So when we talk about sales promotion, I thought we should start with promotion strategy. But before we take up that, I would like to know from you, do you think sales promotion and advertising, they are the same? Think about that. Is advertising part of sales promotion? Or can I say sales promotion is part of advertising? Well, if I have to define sales promotion, so when we say promotion, it is the set of activities which we design to enhance the sales from the right buyer at the right time. So basically, sales promotion is when you want to generate more demand. Remember, promotion is not advertising. Now, there are 2 types of strategies that we use in promotion. Number one is push, another one is pull strategy. You must know when you have to use the push tools and when you have to use the pull tools. You can have a combination of both of them, but at all times your tools must match your marketing objectives. 3 things one should keep in mind while working on promotion strategy. Number one, like people say that we are promoting things on social media and the web. So these are just the channels which you are using for your sales promotion. Second is, don't always look for slashing the pricing. So one should resist price slashing. That's not a promotion tool. And third is, promotions cannot be used as duct tapes. So if something is wrong in your strategy, promotions cannot help. So your strategy has to be very clear, matching with your marketing objectives. Let us briefly talk about push and pull strategies. Under the push promotion strategy, what we do, we take the offer to the customer. That means we go to the customer. These are the trade shows, personal selling, promotional packaging design, where we redesign the package, point of sale, we try to push the things at the point of sale, and direct selling. So I'm not going into the details because you already know these. In the pull promotion strategy, we want the customer to come to us. So we try to pull the customer towards us. And under that, we have advertising. So it is not advertising as independent advertisement. This is the promotion advertising, brand, word of mouth, relationship marketing, content marketing, B2C sales promotions, and discounts. Now, it is very important that you should know where to use push and where to use pull tools, and they should align with the marketing objectives. Let us talk about two different products. One is a Fitbit, and you are going to launch a new product. So it's a new offering, or maybe the next version of Fitbit. So I may be using the push tools as promotional advertising, consumer coupons, and publicity. Whereas the pull tools which I'll be using would be sampling and some personal selling. On the other hand, if I'm talking of the hospitality industry, I'm running a hotel or maybe Airbnb studio accommodation, and I want to increase the consumer loyalty. In that case, the push tools that I'll be using would be volume discounts at point of purchase. For example, you are staying for 3 nights, I'll extend one more night to you. Package promotions, maybe I'll also give you some, if you are staying in Hyatt in Elante, I may give you some movie tickets in Elante, or I may give you some free coupons for purchase of certain items in the Elante Mall. For the pull technologies, event sponsorships like the IPL, so I can promote that, endorsements, and the loyalty programs. Let's talk about advertising. Advertising is nothing but creating messages to persuade and motivate someone to take action. Basically, it is about telling about the product or the features or something new which you are introducing to the consumers. And they say in advertising, features tell and benefits sell. So it is very important to understand when you talk about the features, right? Uh, that's a good thing. Consumers, the prospective customers will understand that. But when you talk about the value which you are giving, and in your advertisement you talk about the benefits, the end benefits they are going to gain out of it, that is what will sell. The biggest example is Nike. In late 80s, Reebok was number one and Nike was nowhere near. Nike started this ad campaign wherein rather than focusing on the features or the sportswear or their sports gear and trying to talk about that, they tried a new campaign involving people and the benefits that people are deriving out of their products. And they used these three words which change the dynamics of sales for them. Just do it. In advertising and sales promotion, you start with a media plan. So, what is your media strategy? That will depend on 5 M's. So, the 5 M's of media strategy are the market. You must target the audience, that is your target segment that we had discussed in segmentation, and second is which media, which channel you would like to use. It will depend on the nature of the message and then which would be the most effective media to convey that message. Always remember, try to give only one message in one advertisement. Don't try to add a lot of things in one ad. Methodology. So, what is your reach? What will be the frequency? Would you like to continue that for a week, for a month, for an year, or for the next 3 years? So, what methodology you would like to adopt? How much money you have, how much budget you have for each channel that you are going to use of the media, and mechanics. Uh, what is the timing? What is the position? That is, how do you position your message units? And what is the size, quantum? Today, when we talk about the media plan, you must consider the challenges also because you have a lot of competitors. Cost is going up. Media has become very complex, and you have more fragmentation in terms of your audience, and also you have many options of media today. So, what are the media channels? The most common channels that you have is the print media, electronics media, outdoor media like hoardings and whatnot, digital media, which is the most prominent today and most cost effective also, radio. So, it is the right medium and with the right budget, which will give you a good return on your advertising spend. If you fail to choose the right medium with the right budget, then it is going to be a failure in terms of your sales promotion. After you decide the media plan, looking at your budget, then you try to set the advertising and sales promotion budget specifically for each channel. What are the different methods that you use for setting the budget? The three most generic methods are affordability method. So you decide what the company can afford. Second is percentage of sales method. So from the historic data, from the past data, you try to forecast the sales and then you pick a percentage of that sales as your advertising and promotion budget. Third is competitive parity method. Like when you talk of Coke and Pepsi, generally they go for this sort of budget setting where you have to match the competitors' outlays. But the most objective way of doing the budgeting here is objective and task method, which is a little bit more complex and detailed. So in that your specific objectives, what you would like to achieve, are defined. Then the tasks required to achieve those objectives are determined. And then you work out the cost of each task. And then you add all that to get your promotional budget. Another important aspect of your advertising is to check the performance of your ads. How they are performing, are you getting the return on the money that you have invested in your promotion? So today you have the digital ad manager, like if I talk of Facebook or Google AdWords, you have very good ad managers where you can see on a dashboard all the things that you would like to know about the ad. And generally, we use three reports. And if I talk of the digital media, uh, you work at three platforms. Number one is you try to engage the people, your target audience. Second is you generate the leads out of that. And third is you want to get the conversions done. And that is the third stage. So you want engagement report, lead progress report, leads, and then return on investment report. So we'll be doing these in detail once we do and understand the social media marketing in detail. The ROI is the most effective ad performance report because it gives you the return on your investment on the promotion budget. So the most effective objective for working out the return on investment would be your conversion objective campaigns, because engagement is good, leads are good, but as long as the conversions are not there, your entire money has gone waste. If we talk of Google Ads, this is something you get, which is their ad manager. So on this, on the left, you have the campaigns, ad groups, so all the details are there. And then you have different parameters which you can see on top. And you have a line graph which shows over a period of time how the campaign, that particular ad campaign has been running. For example, you are dealing in flowers, so what is the cost, how many clicks, and then you look at some other parameters which we are going to discuss. So you can pick your KPIs, for example, the number of clicks, the conversions, the cost per conversion, and the conversion rate. And also you pick a time on top, you pick the time or the months that you want to look at the performance, and what sort of ads you had and what sort of occasion that was. For example, it was Valentine's Day if you're selling flowers, site-wide sales, you had put some sales, ad changes, you made some changes in the ad, Mother's Day. So accordingly you can gauge which is the right campaign for the right occasion. Also, sometimes when you're running the ad, you want to know the right timing. For example, every Monday you are running the ad and you want to compare the time from maybe between 2 days or each Monday, and you come to know that on an average on Mondays what you are getting in terms of maybe clicks or engagement or conversions. And now what is happening, what is the time, was it 4 p.m. or it was before that. So accordingly you can align your ad campaigns depending on what you want to achieve. When we talk about ad performance, there are generally four digital ad metrics that we use, which you will be knowing in detail once you talk about the social media marketing. I think that is part of this unit only. So the first is the cost per acquisition, which is cost divided by the conversions, number of conversions. LTV, which is lifetime value, so which is average transaction plus average purchase frequency plus expected years of relationship with your customer. So that is LTV, lifetime value. So you get these values on your dashboard. Then campaign revenue, total conversions multiplied by lifetime value, which you have calculated above, multiplied by closing ratio, how much you were able to close. And the most important that we use is return on ad spend. So this is the total campaign revenue divided by the total campaign cost. So again, it is dependent on the conversions and how much revenue each conversion is bringing. So that is how you calculate, and then divided by the campaign cost. Now this is an example how you can see that. So you see here impressions, clicks. Impressions is which we are going to do in detail. Once again, I'm saying impressions are like to how many people this ad was shown, right? Or how many people have seen the ad, how many people have clicked on that ad, and how many people have given some response to that ad, that is the engagement, and how many have taken up or purchased the product, that is the conversions. So in this what we talked like CPL, TVCR and ROAS. So this is similar to ROAS, right? So this is your campaign revenue which has come out. LTV, this is the lifetime value, right? This is the closing ratio, and this is CPA, that is cost per acquisition. So you get all these figures through these ad managers. Now for Google AdWords, they have given average cost per action. So the action could be during the search on their search engine, or it is the display network where you are displaying the ad uh, on the Google platform. If you are going somewhere and you are seeing something, they will display this ad for you, and while they are searching, so during that time. So for different industry sectors, they have given the benchmarks in terms of CPA, that is the cost per action. So if we say across all industries, the average cost per action in AdWords is $59.18 on the search network and $60.76 on the display networks. So you can look at the auto, there are different industries here. So e-commerce, dating, health services, real estate, travel and hospitality, and you can find these as some of the benchmarks which Google has defined for their Google Ads. There is one term which we also use as a metrics for ad performance as promotional lift. What is promotional lift? It is the percentage increase in sales or site traffic attributed to promotional campaign. That means you are running some promotional campaign, and in order to know the effect of that promotional campaign, any increase in sales you record and you calculate a percentage increase, and that is what you call as a promotional lift. For example, if you are running a week-long campaign which has produced $2,168 as your sales, and this is after you had been running your promotional campaign, whereas before that, when you were not running your promotional campaign, your promotional before the promotion, your sales was 1006. So 2168 minus 1006 divided by 1006 into 100 is your promotional lift, which is around 115%. So if you want to know the increase, new number minus original number, percentage increase is increase divided by original number into 100 as we did. Now, how to measure the promotional lift? So firstly, you have the conversion rate without the promotions. Then you engage the conversion rate with the promotion for a certain period of time, and then you calculate the increase. Now, if we look at different industries, because the conversion rate with the promotion, and that is the promotion lift, is different for different industries. Now, if you look at this chart, arts and entertainment, the percentage lift is 135%. If you look at health, it is 3,150. Can you believe that? And when you look at sports, it is 538.26, as we talked about Nike. So, who had this much lift with the promotion of this ad campaign that they run at that point of time in late 1980s. So conversion rate for health industry, that is firstly is before the campaign and then after the campaign, where you are engaging your audience with the ad, was around 12.5%. So these are some of the things which are not the benchmarks, but from the historical data they were able to get that percentage. Now a new thing is happening which we call as I would say retail lift. So when you are talking about promotional lift in retail sector, you call it as a retail lift. So something new has come up in retail sector, which is lift and learn. So what they are doing is they are providing you, and no human intervention is required. They are providing the products, and it is through artificial intelligence. The moment you pick the product, so there is all the details about that product on the screen, and also if there are any promotions that you are going to give, so they also come there. So through this, what you are doing is you are letting your customer lift and learn while you generate more revenue. So you get the promotional lift here. Like Perch is a company which is very much in selling these display, click, lift and learn displays. So they have a interactive retail display, and they had been testing that, and they have been giving the benchmarks wherein you can pick any shoe, so any physical shopping, and drive 61% sales lift in shoes. So where you can see some celebrities about the product, any promotions. So the piece that you pick, the details will be given for that particular product. So that is all on lesson 1, unit 3. And if I have to summarize, we talked about the promotion strategy, we talked about advertising, and we saw how sales promotion is different than advertising. Then we talked about the media plan and budget, and how to check the performance of your ad. And finally, we talked about promotional lift and retail lift. Well, friends, be ready for your short quiz. That gives me an idea how much you have understood. Question number 1 is, demand is generated by sales promotion or advertising. Question number 2, getting the customer to come to you is which type of strategy? This is under the sales promotion strategy. ROAS stands for. Give you some time to write your answers. Well, friends, please check the answers. But there is question number 4 also, sorry for that. New retail lift technology is known as. Here are the answers. Demand is generated by sales promotion and not by advertising. Getting the customer to come to you is pull strategy. ROAS stands for return on ad spend. New retail lift technology is lift and learn. If you have any questions, feel free to write to me. And these are the 3 further readings I would recommend if you want to go further into this topic. of sales promotion. Thank you very much. See you next time for the next lesson. Shabba Khair.